Hello, welcome back to another episode of Cameron's Tidbits. Today, we're working on this. This is my Ingersoll 4018. It's a newer tractor to me. I bought it a handful of months ago or so, and it's pretty sweet. So when I bought it, the dude I bought it from, who actually now owns Ingersoll, apparently, I don't know. He had some recommendations for me on what I could do to sort of soup up the snowblower. That's what we're going to do today. So let me sort of walk you through the tractor, and then we'll get right into it. It's a 1994 or 95, I think is what the gentleman said. It's got power steering on it. That's the reason I bought this one. It's got the big wheels. I got some tire chains on it. It is gas. It's got the 2-cylinder Onan 18 horse in it. It's pretty sweet. I really like it. The power steering is taking a little bit of getting used to, but overall it's an awesome garden tractor. So this is the blower here. He had some recommendations on what I could do to it to really make it throw snow. So right now, it'll throw snow probably, I don't know, 15 or 20 feet. He said with this modification, it'll throw it like 30 or 40, which I don't know if that's exactly true or if that's not what he said, and that's just what I remember, but I don't know. Let's give it a shot. So this piece of cardboard is gonna serve as my whiteboard. I'm gonna sort of draw out, or at least try and draw out what I'm going to be doing and explaining how it will work. So this is a single stage blower. For those of you who do not know what that means the augers down here, that's the single stage that is breaking the snow and the ice and everything apart and flinging it out the chute. There's also 2-stage blowers, and that has your auger that's not moving as fast. It's a slow moving auger. Then you have a, I don't know what it's called. It's usually a wheel, or it's got a couple of arms on it, and that's what's spinning really, really fast that flings it out the chute. So you have the breaking apart and then the flinging. This does it all in one stage. There you go. So because it's a single stage, they're typically regarded as a little bit more dangerous, which you'll see here in a little bit that can be the case. These are a little intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. This auger gets spinning pretty quick. So let me sort of draw out what I'm thinking here. That is the housing. This is the back of the housing for the blower, right? So then right down the center, you have the auger shaft that goes through the whole thing. This is looking at like a cross section of it, right? And then in the middle, you have your chute that goes up and out, right? Snow, snow, snow. Okay, you sticking with me here? Obviously that part isn't there, but you know, whatever. So what happens is, and I'll show you a close-up here in a second, but the auger, that's all, you know, it comes around here. What's the best way to draw that? Yeah, we'll just do it like this. So the auger has, it's threaded, it's got a screw to it so that it brings all of the snow towards the center of the blower and then up and out the top, okay? So right in the center, it meets together like, right? And then right dead smack in the center, right here, in the center of the blower, it's this, okay? So it's a straight piece, and that is what's rotating around super fast, taking the snow and flinging it up and out the chute, all right? So what we're gonna be talking about today is specifically this point right there, okay? So that gap between the auger and the housing for the blower, should only be like 1/8 of an inch. I mean, basically not a lot, right? Just enough that, you know, you're not rubbing, right? So this portion is steel. This portion is also steel, okay? This will start to wear out a little bit, but more likely, because this is what's doing the flinging, this portion of the auger is going to wear out pretty quick, and this one has. So because it's worn out, it's not throwing as far as it potentially could. So we're going to add some material onto the end of this auger to hopefully close that gap. You still with me? You here? Okay, well, we're going to move on, so you better have it. This is the blower. So you can see that there's a twist to these on the side. So when that is rotating, it's bringing all of the snow, or you know, whatever it's wanting to throw, because it's going to throw whatever you put in it. But it takes all the snow and pushes it from the outside edges towards the center. Then there's a paddle here. There's actually 2 paddles. You're not going to be able to see that. There's 2 paddles, right? One on this side, one on the other side. And that's what's rotating around quickly, like this, right? And that is throwing it up and through the chute and wherever the chute is pointing. So we are going to add some material to the back of those because it's, you know, just the right thing to do, you know? So you can see that back here, this is where it ends, and the housing. I mean, look how big of a gap there is, right? Even back here, you know, look at that gappage. Look at that gappage. I mean, it's 3/4 of an inch at least, right? The guy that I bought this tractor from was kind enough to supply me with this rubber here. So let's drill a couple holes. I'm gonna mark a couple of holes here. So I got some stainless carriage bolts that I'll put on that way because the opposite side is the wear face, and I want the snow to go over the head of the carriage bolt smoothly. So the carriage bolt will go through there, then like that. And then I got some big fender washers that I'll put on to hold the rubber, and then some nylock. Oh, I got zinc plated. Dang it. Oh, I thought those were stainless. Oh, well. Nah, no biggie. Then I got some nylock nuts that'll go on there, and hopefully that'll do it. All right, I've got 4 holes and they're all the right size, so that's cool. So the hard part is going to be getting the measurement. You know, how far do I got to go with this? All right, so mark her up. Okay, let's try it. Really, what's the worst that's gonna happen here? Nothing. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Nothing bad ever happens. Whoops. All right, they sort of look weird, but they're on there. No, I think that's good. So they were calling for a bunch of snow here. I don't think that's happening right now, but as soon as it does, we'll test this thing out. Well, it's been a couple of days and we haven't exactly gotten the snow that I was hoping for. It did snow 2 or 3 inches, but not like a foot. I was hoping for a foot. Still enough to want to get out of the driveway, so let's test her out. So honestly, I think it's an improvement. You guys aren't going to have any sort of reference on what it was like before. I can tell it made a difference. Now, did it take it from throwing, 15 feet to 40 feet? Absolutely not. One thing I've noticed with this setup, with this blower, is the more snow you feed it, the farther it throws it. So if I'm only doing, 2 or 3 inches, like a dusting's worth of snow on the driveway, it's only going to throw it 10 or 15 feet. But I have, this year gotten into snow that's, almost as deep as the blower itself. And when I do that, 1, it doesn't bog down at all. It just eats right through it. And 2, it really throws it. So I don't have any snow that deep today to really put it to the test. Once we get some snow, like deep snow, I will, do a follow-up and really try it out. So, thanks for joining me on another episode of Cameron's Tidbits. This one was pretty fun. I liked it. It was nice, short, sweet, simple. I was able to, do it and not break anything. That's cool. I noticed that through this project, the front or the power steering cylinder leaks just a little bit. So I'm gonna look into that, see what it's gonna take to repair it, and then make a future video on that. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Let me know if you have anything you want to see me do specifically. Like I said, I plan on doing that eventually. I'll do a stove follow-up in a little bit because I'm getting that dialed in a little bit better. But yeah, thanks for joining me on another episode of Cameron's Tidbits. And like my brother always says, beep, beep, boop. We'll see you next time.